Well, Birds of Prey 2 apparently has just been canceled. Now, this does not come as too much of a shock, as the movie did terrible in the box office, and it wasn't really well received by critics or fans of DC, DCEU, the character of Harley Quinn, Suicide Squad fans, just about anyone you ask. So, this isn't a real shocker. However, this does give me even more concern towards another franchise that I just did a video on a couple days. So we're going to talk about that coming up. Guys, found Death Star. If you have not subscribed, please hit that little subscribe button and become one of the few, one of the proud, one of the subscribe to my channel. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. And give the video a thumbs up if you like it. All right, so this is coming from WeGotThisCovered.com. And it says here, Warner Brothers has reportedly canceled Birds of Prey 2. The movie just came out not too long ago. It was a few months ago. I think it was like kind of right at the beginning of the whole quarantine thing. Right before it hit. You know, people say that might be the reason why it didn't do so well, but yet it's been on video on demand, and still people are saying it's just not that good. So let's go through this article here. I'll give my thoughts and how this might impact something else, another franchise. Warner Brothers had high hopes for Birds of Prey. While Suicide Squad might have been a critical disappointment, it made a bunch of money, with many agreeing that Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn was a breakout character. So why not make a movie with her at the core, bringing together a group of the DC universe's most badass female superheroes in an explicitly feminist action romp? Well, there you got a problem right there, because when you have this word here, when you have that intentionally as the driving point for a film, the feminist side, why can't it just be an action romp, you know? When you have that as a driving force and the focus of a movie or a TV show, it's not going to do well, because you're not caring about the characters, you're not caring about the story. We've been through this a million times with, you know, almost everything coming out of Hollywood these days, and they keep pushing this agenda, and it keeps not being well received, and they just don't seem to get it. Although maybe things are starting to change, at least with DC, Warner Brothers, because they did cancel this, the sequel. So, you know, maybe they're starting to realize this isn't working. Maybe we got to give the fans what they want to see. What do they want to see? Release the Snyder Cut they want to see. What do they want to see? Michael Keaton coming back as Batman they want to see. What else do they want to see? You know, it's that kind of thinking that's going to get you fans. It's going to make you money in the end. And that's really what it's all about to the studios, you know. From there, it should just be a hop, skip, and a jump to Birds of Prey 2, right? Right? No. Sadly, audiences just didn't show up. Some argue its release at the very beginning of the pandemic, didn't do it any favors, as its theatrical run ended early and audiences may have been weary of large crowds. My theory, though, is that it's just because it's not a very good movie. And that's what I've heard as well. It's just not good. I haven't seen it yet. I guess I should, just so I can, rightfully... I'm not even critiquing it. I'm just going on what I've heard. I checked it out when it hit the VOD and found it a weirdly structureless tale with iffy action sequences that never found its footing. Whatever the reason, its failure has apparently put the brakes on plans for a sequel. Giant Freaking Robot is reporting that their sources at Warner Brothers told him the following, and it says, quote here, Warner no longer believes in the concept or the creative team behind the movie. Doesn't believe in the concept or the team. Maybe because this was what they were going for. Maybe that was what ruined this movie, when you have that as a focus. Maybe that's why Warner Brothers doesn't believe in the concept or the creative team anymore, because they're not pushing the right thing. They're not pushing a story. They're not pushing developed characters. Could it be? I mean, do you think an audience wants to see that in their movie? A story with well-developed characters? I'd venture to bet yes. All right. In addition, Harley Quinn's role in James Gunn's Suicide Squad is also reportedly being revised, downgrading her from the lead character to a member of the ensemble. I find that a little more difficult to believe, if only because I doubt it's so easy to push James Gunn around. Whatever the case, it seems that this particular strand of the DCEU has come to an unexpectedly early end. Fortunately for us, there's the absolute incredible Harley Quinn animated series over at DC Universe, and eventually it'll be on HBO Max. I have heard this show is good, this cartoon. I haven't seen it. I'm going to wait till it comes on HBO Max and check it out, though. But I've heard it's really good. The show is obviously influenced by Margot Robbie's take on the character, but develops her in a way beyond what we've seen on the big screen. Honestly, if you're at all a Batman fan, if you're into Batman, it's a must-watch. See here, it says develops her beyond what we see on the big screen. Maybe they should have spent more time on that and less time on this. But, what do I know, right? Okay, so this is interesting, especially the quote, Warner no longer believes in the concept or in the creative team behind the movie. So what does that mean going forward now with another project that Margot Robbie is also working on, reportedly, with this same director, Christina Hodson? The Pirates of the Caribbean franchise. They are allegedly working on a Pirates of the Caribbean movie that's featuring Margot Robbie. Christina Hodson is also directing, and I believe writing as well, the Pirates of the Caribbean movie. Now, Pirates of the Caribbean is a very, very popular franchise. I mean, it's up there, as one of the most highest grossing franchises now. The first movie was fantastic. I actually just watched it again last night. It's still just as good. It holds up really well. The next two, were okay. They went a little too over on the CGI for me. The first one's story was the best. And then I liked the fourth one, and then the fifth one was okay. But I'll tell you what, I really wish that Johnny Depp would be a part of this. I can't really imagine a Pirates of the Caribbean movie without Jack Sparrow.
I'm Captain Jack Sparrow. Savvy, I can let you drown, but I can't bring the ship into Tortuga all by me once. Savvy?
Johnny could still do it, and unfortunately, he's been accused of things that now we found out were not his fault, and he should not be blacklisted from Hollywood for, seemingly being a stand-up guy from the tapes with the audio recordings that were released with the Amber Heard situation. It seems that it was not him at all. It was her. So it's really unfair that he's, not being excluded, I guess, out of this. But I'm worried now, because what is the focus of the Pirates of the Caribbean movie going to be? If Warner Brothers lost their trust in the concept and the team for the Birds of Prey sequel, and it's the same people doing Pirates, what does that tell you? I'm very nervous now that Pirates is going to be it's going to be another ruined franchise. They're going to go after something else, but we shall see. Disney, unlike DC, seems to be pushing for this. My goodness, they just signed Colin Kaepernick to some kind of ESPN docu-series. So they definitely like to push their political and social points of views, and whatever. It is what it is. But DC seems to be a little, I don't know, the things we've been seeing from them recently, they seem to be a little more in line with the fandom. We've had the Snyder Cut is being released. We've had possibly Ben Affleck might be coming back. We've got Keaton allegedly and in talks to return as Batman or some version. So it seems that DC might be having the right idea here with giving fans what they want, while Disney is you don't want the wokeness. We'll take it. Send it over to the Mouse House. They'll take it. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think of all this in the comments down below. Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And until next time, lock the doors and hope they don't have blasters.